All right, so we're Team Stripes. I think the product that we're going with is Proximate. This is one of our products, of course. So basically, Proximate is, as you can guess from the name, proximity. Stands for location finding. It stands for what's nearby. It stands for how do you find where your attractions are, even though you don't know where they are. So I think some technical difficulties. Please give me a few seconds more. So I think maybe I'll give you a brief introduction of beacons. For those of you that know what beacons are about micro-locations. It's about giving you the exact location of some place, and then you broadcast that to an app. I think that's the most traditional format of how people use beacons. Sorry, can you go back one slide? Okay. Yeah, so there's a big problem with beacons. I mean, not so big a problem. Most of the time, we are always afraid of flooding. So for example, people give you a promotion. One shop gives you a promotion, the next shop gives you a promotion, 10 shops give you a promotion. In your app, you get 10 or 20 over promotions. So it's very difficult for this concept of a one-to-one concept to actually be an experience that can actually be very interesting and at the same time very seamless. So what Proximate does is basically to expand from the one-to-one concept and move it to a one-to-many concept. So we take the app out of the consumer's hands. Most of the time, as our previous team said for us already, not everyone is going to use the iChangi app. This is especially true for all your transit travelers. These are people who only spend 4, 5, 6 hours. They are not going to spend so much time here. They are not going to be using your app, but they want to know what your attractions are at the same time. So what we're going to use is your existing infrastructure. We're going to use your digital MUPIs. We're going to use your digital screens, your massive screens. We're going to put possibly new screens in your buggies, in your trolleys. These are all concepts that we could possibly do. Multi-app platform, basically the main idea is to sell or at least to push content messaging on the platform. So let's move on to the demo. I think the first one that we want to do is wayfinding. We basically have a butterfly garden. It's situated in a very, if I'm not wrong, it's on a corner of a building. So sometimes you can't see the signs where they are. So what happens is two ways. One is maybe a buggy passes by you. It looks like, I mean, everyone has seen what a bus wrap looks like. You see a buggy pass by, you see a 32-inch screen at the back. It tells you the location of the place. Yeah, so you see Butterfly Garden, and my model is happily walking. So you see Butterfly Garden, it's a 10-minute walk away. You see Long Bar is serving you up free Singapore Sling. And then, of course, it shows you all this different content at the same time. So this is a wayfinding concept that allows you to really come to the proximity of things to be able to push all that content to them. So these are the two screens, of course. And then, of course, content and messaging can come in many forms. One way, of course, I just mentioned is the buggy concept. Of course, you can push Best Buys as well. Commercial, you don't have to flood them. You can actually feature a lot of, you can actually produce a lot of featured kind of promotions instead, rather than putting the control all on the consumer to be able to, what you call spam you. Departures, once the buggy or something like that hits the flight location, of course you can move on to the next stage of concept. That is pretty much Proximate. Thank you.